Alright, in this video I'm going to cover some of the necks that I have in my possession that I'm working on. We've got some reissue necks here, custom shop, and a 59 Music Master. Some reissues and original necks here. That's a real 65 Strat neck, it's just been oversprayed. This is also a real 56 Strat neck that has also been oversprayed. This is a 65 reissue that I'm building. I reshaped the headstock a little bit. I added the dowel that you would see on the left-handed guitars. And anyway, I'll probably make that a video later with the whole guitar build. It's got real vintage Kluson tuners. These are some necks that I'm in the process of aging. They're not done yet, but they're coming along. Here's some P-bass and jazz bass necks. That's a 69 P-bass neck that went through a flood or something. There's some Jazz Master necks and Jaguar, or one Jaguar, and I think, yeah, two Jazz Masters. These are just reissue 50s and 60s Strat and Tele necks. Another bass neck. Here are some unfinished Teles and Strats. And all these necks, every one of these necks is a USA genuine Fender reissue neck, except for the old ones I showed a minute ago. There's some Fiesta Red faced Jazz Master necks. Again, if I pull these out, there you go, USA. Can I fit this back? These are 65 Tele necks. There's like a 70s reissue there. You can see the amount of Tele necks there. It's a lot. There's another bass neck. These boxes right here are full of P-bass and jazz bass necks. There is a Telecaster, another one of those 70s necks. Over here, these necks I need to spray in nitro. I like spraying these necks because if I age the necks that came factory with whatever spray or lacquer they put on them, they're probably 3 to 4 times thicker than the original 50s and 60s necks. So when I spray these necks, I have way more control over how the wear looks in the fingerboard, wear, all that stuff. They just look a lot better. These are 50s necks, Teles, some 57 Strat necks. This one's really cool because it was cut out and it was never over sanded, so the edges are very sharp. That'll focus. Just like the originals, the headstock shape looks very nice. It's not all over sanded. The back still needs to be finished and sprayed nitro, of course. These are 65s, reissues. There's some 59s. This one right here, I started to reshape the rosewood above the nut to give it the round look that you'd see in the actual 50s guitars and 60s. There's the butts. These are the veneered fingerboards. These are the slab boards. The clay dots, which were actually vulcanized fiber in the 50s. These could be vulcanized fiber as well, I'm not sure. And the 65s have the perloid dots. And then over here, there's another massive collection of 65 Tele necks. None of these necks have decals on them. Pretty much all the necks here, 99% of the necks, were never used by Fender. They were made by Fender, USA genuine factory necks. But for whatever reason, some of them had a bad bone nut, and I'm guessing they didn't want to pull the nut out because it would chip the paint. Some of them just have little scratches or dents, so they were all rejected. Here, if they're polished, I just put decals on them, drill the string tree hole. Some of them were sprayed and they have crazy heavy orange peel on those necks. I sand that off and polish them. A small percentage of these necks I age and relic. The ones I do, I'll stamp my initials BH on the butts. So if you see that BH, that's a neck I did. And if it doesn't have a BH, it's not something I did. Here's an interesting thing. If you, well, I guess I kind of talked about this already, but there's the original That's a 59. Now this is a Music Master, but it's going to be the same as far as the headstock, the same thing as a Strat. You can see the fingerboard above the nut is really round. This is a custom shop right here. In about 99% of the custom shops I see, it's flat right there. And if you look here, let me go over here. Here, these are both the same model neck. They're a 59. If you look here, that's how it comes from the factory. And this is what I did. I rounded it out. I'm gonna make a video showing you guys how to do this. We just basically. So I've decided to actually just show you this process now, because showing you these necks, it's cool, but it's a neck. You know, we've all seen necks before. So I'm a kind of out of the range of the lens here, but the most important part, the one on the left is wrong. It is flat right across, or right above the bow nut. The right side neck is rounded, and that is correct for 59 to 62. If I sound muzzled, it's because I have a face mask on, because you don't want to breathe wood dust. So when I turn this on, if I just go straight while this is spinning and carve this out, you will get that flat look. Now, if I twist this back and forth like this, it is going to cut this and round it. And not only is it going to look round from this view, if you look at it from this view, it's completely flat, but this will also be rounded around. It's kind of hard to do this. Around here, it'll be kind of mounded. So I'm going to turn this on and we'll get started. And I don't know if I'll finish the whole thing on camera because it's kind of hard with the camera in my way and I don't want to ruin this neck, but we'll get started. It's kind of starting to happen. Needs a lot more. Starting more. Anyway, I'm going to do the rest of this off of camera. At the end of the video, I'll show you how it came out, and we'll see you back in the video. There's also some other stuff, like if you look at the transition going from the back of the neck to the headstock on this 59, it's super smooth. And on the custom shop right here, it is not as smooth. Now, some of the custom shop necks are very smooth right there. They do a great job. And again, even in the 50s and 60s, some of the necks aren't smooth. So that's just the way it is when they're handmade. Some are different. This Reissue 59 right here, this one's really sharp. Now here's a 65 Reissue. That's actually what a lot of 65s look like. Here's a large headstock 65. As you can see, there's not a lot of a transition. It's pretty sharp. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and there's tons of details I could cover, and I'm going to cover a lot of these details in the future, probably like, you know, one video just showing neck thicknesses, shapes, little headstock, you know, differences, all that stuff. But hey, while I'm here, I'll show you this. There's a 56 neck Reissue, and this is a 56 reissue, or sorry, 56 original right here. 56 Reissue. There's that orange peel I was talking about. Now if I stick this neck on here, let me line up the holes. Okay, holes are lined up. You see the difference in the headstock shape? And my 56 build, this is what I'm talking about. And that's why I reshaped the headstock, because the reissues, the headstock circle is larger. It's a little longer. Anyway, so 56 had a small circle. I think in 57 it actually got a little larger. The 54 headstocks, those were different too. They had several different jigs they use. It's kind of like the Volkswagen Beetles. They all look the same to an extent, but each year has different features. So yeah, these necks and these old guitars are the same way. And like I said, I will get into that stuff later and do more detailed videos on specific necks and headstock measurements, all that stuff. I mean, some of you guys don't care about that, but if you do, you'll probably like those videos. So thanks for watching, and have a great week. Sorry, that was a false goodbye. I have to come back to show you the finished neck that I did off of camera because I don't want to mess it up. Again, there's the original, the one I did, and the neck that left the factory without being shaped in that area. Also, I mentioned a 56 build. It was supposed to be 57. That's this guy right here. I have part 1 and part 2 on my channel. Anyway, this entire video was spur of the moment. I was actually organizing these necks, and I thought, while I have them pulled out, I should show you guys. I made a short first before I left town for 4 days. It was a super crazy long 4 days. I drove for 13 hours last night, came home at like 2 in the morning, so I'm super tired today. When I was gone, I don't actually have a cell phone. I recorded one, but that's about it, so I wasn't ignoring people. I just couldn't answer you back. And in the comment section of the short, some people asked if these were genuine factory necks. Yes, every single neck in here is a factory Fender neck. The rest of them are packed away now. As you can see, it's got the little square that Fender started doing, the little route there on the butt. And I think they started doing that in like 2017. It's kind of weird because I like full contact in the, what do you call it? I can't think right now. Anyway, those little routes they create a void, so it might mess with the tone, who knows. The neck pocket, that's what I was trying to say. Also, somebody asked if I can sell these necks. They're technically not mine. I'm just the guy who has them in my possession, and I'm the one doing the work on them. So, I can't help you there. What else? I don't know. It's about it. Again, if you like this, there's going to be a lot more videos, way more in depth. Future projects, builds, my tricks, vintage info, all that good stuff. So stick around, and thanks for watching.